I love seeing people become better, as they usually come in like knowing nothing or being so new to it and so green. And I just love like giving them skills and then seeing them become filmmakers. It's like, it's a creation process within itself, you know? It's like, I just love it. And I love to see them achieve, and I love to see them finish, and I love to see them like happy with their work or learn a lot from their work. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. I grew up in Mount Airy, West Mount Airy. My family has been living in the Philadelphia area for a really long time, back into the 1800s. So I'm Philly through and through. Both my parents grew up in West Philly, and then they moved up to Mount Airy. Yeah, I had a great time growing up. We did nothing but play all day, every day, all summer. Like, not too long ago, I saw that commercial where it was like, do you know where it's 10 o'clock? Do you know where your kids are? Like, that was so real. But it's so funny to me now as a parent, because I'm like, oh, right, yeah, that was a real thing where we were just out. I did read a lot. I went through a stage where I would go to the library and get out like 9 books, and then come back like 3 days later and get like another 9 books out. So I went through like probably my tween stage where I just read constantly. My mother had a library in the house, like all Stephen King and like romantic fiction. And so I read like all her books. I did take a photography course in high school, but I never thought about film until I was like right before I graduated college. My thesis film, which was called A Little Fierce, which was great, which I shot in 16mm film, and it was 30 minutes long, and it was like one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was great. Okay, there were 2 challenging things. One, I was not as communicative as I should have been with an actress. I kind of assumed she read the script, and she had not. So we were doing a satire of music videos, and she didn't know it was a satire. And so there was a miscommunication, and I had to like go through this whole thing. Challenging was that we had to develop the film, which I know is crazy for you all, but it was like $3,000 to develop the film, which I did not have. So I took the film that we shot and I put it in my freezer for like 6 months until I got a grant that helped me pay to develop the film. Then I took it out of my freezer and drove to New York, and they developed it in New York, and then I had to leave it and then come back a week later. It was like a whole thing. When somebody just asked me, like, is filming, shooting now easier? Yeah, it's like 10,000 times easier and cheaper. So the complaints, I just can't. And I only could take like 2 takes of every scene because that's all the money I had, I bought a certain amount of stock and I had to shoot everything with what I had. So the NaNoWriMo Challenge is awesome. It's National Noveling Writing Month. And so the challenge is to write 50,000 words in a month, which is 1,667 words a day. So I, at the time, decided to have children, which is a whole nother creation process. So I had 3 kids. And when my daughters were about 2, I started to feel like I was going to go insane if I did not make something creative. So I just took the challenge. I had my laptop and I just wrote everywhere I could. I put them to bed at 7. Then you have like a long time to write if they don't wake up. I would take it to the car repair shop, and just anywhere I was just sitting, I would just typing. And I didn't feel like a publisher would be interested in my story. I didn't feel like they would be interested in like a Black lesbian romance story. So I just decided to do it myself. I mean, I think everybody has their own creative life that they'll build on their own. But I also think like as a creative person, it's also good to be expansive and try new things that maybe you wouldn't expect, like painting or dancing or other things, because inspiration comes from everywhere. So You have to be out there living life to have anything to tell, you know?